The meeting is now streaming. Yeah, let's just give 1 more minute, then we can start. Hi, Patrick.
Hi everyone.
Let me share the agenda. Here's my screen, the agenda.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the HackMD docs that you are sharing.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, so for today's agenda, I think so currently we have two important items ongoing. One is that we would like to do the release before end of May for 1.1.1 and the 1.2 alpha release, but we didn't make it last week, so we needed to continue this week. We will talk about more about this. Another one is security audit. So Wali couldn't join today, but this is also some questions she asked from previous meeting, and yeah, I'm switching to the agenda of previous meeting. So Wani has some questions, so maybe we can discuss a bit. Then later, maybe Pradesh, you can help to update Wani for it.
Sure, I will do.
Thanks. Okay, let's talk about the first one. And so now we have a notation Kogo patch released and also notation Go. I think the next is notation and also the notation 1.2 alpha release. So I would like to check whether PRs are already out so that maintainers can start reviewing it. Let me
Yes,
to
I have sent notation CLI PR to update the dependency. Please approve it so we can continue.
let me
There's a
refresh.
comment from Patrick about pumping up a dependency for test packages or test module inside the package.
This one, I think. Um, yes.
Okay, I can update it later.
Yeah. Um, so after this PR is merged, what will be the next, Junjie?
I will check out a new branch for release 1.1 and submit a PR to revert the features, and then submit another PR to bump up the notation CLI version to be 1.1.1. So after this PR, there will be another two PRs to be reviewed.
Okay. How about 1.2 alpha release?
Um, After release 1.1.1, we can release 1.2.0 alpha. It's need another PR. So there'll be 3 PRs for all of them.
Okay, I'm just check the comments from Pradesh. This PR, let me open it. This one.
It's for ARM v7 did support computation binary.
This one is yeah, maybe we can wait for the next time for it. Yeah, let me open that.
This is the actual issue opened by the requester.
Sorry, Pradesh, can you say it again?
This is the same. This is the issue for the PR.
Yeah, this is the issue. But I don't think this one is mandatory for our release. We can do it next time.
It works for me. Okay.
Yeah, I do not want the scope to expand because we already late.
Woohoo! Seems Toddy, you joined with the same Zoom account, so he left with the conflicts.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Zoom is a little bit. Are we still recording or do we need to start the recording?
The recording and live streaming are already
Okay.
enabled, so
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong button on Switch, on Zoom. So hopefully he will rejoin. Maybe he'll kick me out.
Hi, Toddy. Should I switch to another account?
No, you are fine. I don't think we need to switch. Sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong button.
No problem. I thought my Zoom crashed. It happened before.
Okay. You can continue driving this. Sorry about this.
Okay, I will click stay co-host. Okay. Then I will share again. Yeah, can you see my screen again?
Yep, we can see the issue.
Yeah.
943.
Yeah, so for this issue, we will consider next time because we already we are late for our original schedule. I do not want the scope to be expanded unless it is really necessary. Okay. I think we still need your support, Pradesh, today because there will be several PRs. Junjie will send out later, and they have some dependencies, so those PRs cannot be sent out at one time. So can you secure some time after this meeting?
Yeah, I can do a couple of PRs at around 9 p.m. PST.
Okay. So we still have yeah, we have several hours. Okay. Thanks, Pradesh. Anything else for the release? So let's target it today. We can release notation 1.1.1 and also the Alpha 1 release. 1.2 Alpha 1 release. Okay. The next topic is about security audit. So last week, we did a second sync up meeting with the security audit team, and we shared status with each other. From their side, actually they almost ready, and they mentioned that they can start the security audit by the end of June this month. And this is actually according to our previous kickoff meeting. At that time, we discussed that our timestamping and the sign blob, these two major features will be released by end of May last month. Then by end of June, we probably also can release the CLI support, and they also need some time to study a Notary project from overall point of view. So they probably can start the security audit by end of June. But as we have this timestamping and the blob sign delayed, right? So currently we are at the beginning of June. So I don't think that by end of this month we can start the security audit. And also this activity is sponsored by CNCF. So it is also not a good idea that we delay them too much, or they started the security audit, but it takes more time and than expectation. So it's better that we have all the necessary feature released, then we can then we can start the security audit. So this is the first thing that I want to discuss, that I also listed the PRs here. Those PRs are the existing PRs that we need to speed up for review. And there will be more PRs, for example, for timestamping. Once the specification PR is merged, we also need PRs in at least 3 PRs in for notation Pogo, notation Go, and notation. For blob sign, currently we have 3 PRs ongoing. I'm not sure there will be more. Pritesh, you can comment. So in total, we have almost around 10 PRs that we need to address in a month. So I don't think we can by end of June, this date is not reasonable for security audit. Okay, Pritesh, you confirm there will be more PRs for blob sign.
Yep, there will be more PRs.
Yeah, we didn't touch CIL yet, but we can discuss that later. But most important, for 1.2, we needed to have timestamping and blob sign released as soon as we can, and we have so many PRs in the queue. So any suggestions that we can speed up this review?
So for timestamping, the first PR, we already have 3 approvals at the moment. As we have aligned last week, Pritesh, could you kindly review the PR?
I can do it this week. Last week was short week for me, so yeah, I can do it this week.
Cool, thank you. And also for the 2 TSP client Go PRs, they are ready to be taken a look again. We have updated the code and replied the comments. Pritesh, could you spend some time to review it again?
Yeah,
Thank
good
you
news
very
this
much.
week. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think previously we discussed that we can have beta 1, beta 2 for these two features. So by the time of, for example, beta 2, we can complete all the PRs. So with that, I think we can maybe change a bit the strategy. So to speed up the review, I mean, so if there's no major comments, we can approve the PR and merge them because we will not have a stable release right away. We will have a beta and then release candidate. So there will be time for us to create other PRs for amending previous one, or if needed, we can also revise previous one to incorporate the updates. So with this, we can speed up because those PRs, as we know, the current effect is that they are open for quite a long time, right? So I think once we have major comments addressed, we can just go ahead and merge it. Then we continue to iterate it. And we will not have a stable release right away, and we will have a beta 1, beta 2, so that the feature can become more mature. Then later we have the release. Then afterwards we have the release candidate. Then maybe wait 1 week, we can cut the official release. So we can, I would suggest that we go for this approach so that we can see the progress and also the feature can become mature over time. What do you think? Any comments from anyone? Or other suggestions that we can collaborate to speed up the PR review? All good?
I'm good with having a having a iterative release strategy with beta, alpha, beta, and release candidate.
Yeah, thanks, Feynman. I think we let's do it. So first of all, let's review and complete the existing 6 PR that I list here. Then later we can address other new PRs once those PRs are merged. Pritesh, I have one question. Is that possible that because Rakesh is also maintainer for Notary Project notation and the libraries, whether he can help
Yep.
to
Yeah, I have
see
asked him if we can take a review. Yep, I already asked him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Patrick also sent a message in the chat. He reviewed one PR. Okay. So back to the security audit. So I would like to know what will be the reasonable date that security audit team they can start. And we can update them in the Slack channel. We have the Slack channel established for any offline discussion and information sharing. So our scope is that we would like to have timestamping, blob sign, and CRL. So any suggestions, anyone on the new target date? So from my side, I think if if we have a good PR review progress this month, so probably we can have a beta 1, 1.2.0 beta 1 by end of this month. And we also need more time, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks for beta 3. So if everything goes smooth, I think for timestamping and blob signing, we still need around 2 months for an official release. 1.2 release. So that means probably by end of July, we can have 1.2 stable release. But that's only including timestamping and blob signing. We also need a CLL support. Of course, from our side, maybe at some time in July, we can start some work on CLI support. We have some specification ready there, but we may need to review the specification again to see whether anything is missing. But in the time in July, maybe we can start some work for the CLI supports. But that doesn't mean that the CLI support can be released in 1.2. It is we plan another release 1.3 for CLI support. So that's probably in August.
I have a suggestion. I think it would be much more efficient to conduct the security audit against the last release candidate of notation v1.2. That being said, if there are critical vulnerabilities and security issues detected by security audit team, we can fix that in the last release candidate. If everything go well, I think we can cut the stable release and announce that this stable release, this stable v1.2 has been verified and audited by the security audit team, and we are good to use it in production. I think we had a similar strategy in notation major release v1.0, right? We conducted the security audit on the last RC of major release.
I think we discussed about this. The security audit will not block our release, and of course, they can start from the release candidate, but they will need at least 3 weeks to complete this audit. And this doesn't include any issues that they reported. So this will cause the release will take a very long time to cut a stable release after release candidate. So one way is that we wait until CLI support is released in 1.3, then we start the security audit. Another way is maybe this is something that Wani want to discuss, that whether it is possible that we can do 1.2 first, then 1.3. But this depends on the budget, because this is sponsored by CNCF, and I think this will cost additional cost probably. So currently, I think from my opinion is that we do it once. After 1.3, and once everything is ready, we start the security audit. Otherwise, it will not be a complete journey for the security audit. We probably need another one. And as I know that, because it is CNCF sponsored, right? So they may not have enough budget for the second audit in 1 year.
Correct. Having one-shot audit is much more reasonable because they only secure one security audit for every annually.
So I got distracted. So are we saying we will have timestamping CR and blob running changes stage before audit?
Yeah, we have
Okay.
this free feature released. Then we kick off the official audit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Released
So
as in not actually released, staged, right?
sorry.
What do you mean by release? Releasing saying like we will do the official release and then we will do the audit, or will?
Yeah. So according to our plan, 1.2, we only have a timestamping and blob signing, and we will have 1.3 for CLI support. So I mean the audit will start once 1.3 is released, and probably 1.3 release candidate we can start the audit.
Okay, so it will be release candidate, not the actual release. Makes sense.
Yeah, but that is for 1.3 for the CRL support included.
Okay, so
that means after 1.2 release, we didn't start security audit because we still need CLI support. And we just discussed we may only have one security audit in 1 year for Notary Project. So then we need to
okay.
wait 1.3. Once the CLI support is released, then we start the official security audit. And for
Okay.
1.3, we can start with release candidate. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay, then back to the timeline. So 1.2, we probably have a stable release in July, I think. Then we need at least 1 month. 1 month for implementing CRL. So that means earliest it is the audit can start in August, the earliest. So that means we will probably delay at least 2 months. So for the targeted date, and based on our PR review progress, and also maybe some other things could happen during this 2 months. So I would like to propose we start the security audit in September. This is more reasonable, and I think we will not push for the security audit if we are not ready.
Sounds good to me.
So if no other comments, consideration, I think probably we can communicate September as the security audit time.
I mean the early September, the beginning of September.
Yeah, so if by that time we have a release candidate for 1.3, and also this depends on our PR review progress for 1.2. So if everything goes smoothly, then we can probably start CLI work sometime in July. Then we can in 1.3 catch up the timeline for the September. Yeah, if no other comments, I will after this meeting communicate the new timeline, probably in the first 2 weeks of September. So I would like just to say middle of September for the security audit. So that we can also see feedback or comments from security audit team to see whether any concerns from theirs. So because we delayed 2.5 months, right? So it's better that they will be informed earlier so that they can have their own plan updated as well. Okay. I think that for the second topic, we will communicate the new target date, middle of September for security audit. And we will probably start the audit on 1.3.0 release candidate. And the three major features are what we considered timestamping support, blob sign, and CI support. Of course, their audit will based on previous experience, their audit will be on the repository. For example, the repository that's on the audit will be TSP client goal specification. I think for the they also mentioned that the thread modeling that will be specification related to repo and also notation core go and the notation. So those will be the repositories. Okay, I think we are aligned. I will write it down in the notes, then later see whether Wani have any comments. I think that's for the agenda items. Any other things you want to discuss? From Pradesh, Shiwei, or Todi, do you have anything else to discuss?
Nothing from my side.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm
I
good.
have
Please.
I had a PR that updated the release checklist, and that PR was opened last year as Junjie is driving the 1.2 release. So I hope that Junjie can help to validate the current release process and review this release checklist again and see if this checklist, this request is still valid and it's still consistent with our current release process.
Sure.
I just shared the PR link.
For regular release, we can follow this checklist, but for this time, we have a branch release. It's a little bit different. So I think this is a special case that may not exactly follow the checklist.
Okay.
But I can
I
check.
don't mean, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You updated a new PR for it? Okay. I will check it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, and this PR will not block
yeah.
our current release.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, after Junjie, you complete the release, you can take a look, and maybe we can also consider another PR for this branch release, so that later, so other folks in the community can also follow the guide for the branch release.
Sure.
Yeah, but this is not urgent for now. Let's complete the 1.1 and 1.2 alpha release first. Okay. Thanks to everyone. So let's give back some minutes for the release properly, so that Pritesh can earlier. Yeah, can do it earlier. Okay, that's it. Thanks to everyone.